this is everything I bought on Vinted this year. Let's dive in. Hey loves, and welcome back. So we're coming up to the end of the year, and for so many people it's a time to reflect and review what we've done and what we haven't done this year. I always see loads of roundups, what I bought, what I didn't buy, what I regret buying, wish I bought. And when I look at where I get most of my clothes in the year, it's Vinted. So firstly, if you're not familiar with Vinted, girl, where have you been? Vinted is like car boot sale shopping at a jumble sale, but in your phone. Perfect for introverts. You haven't got to leave the house and you can search through everybody's secondhand stuff to find exactly what you need when you're looking for it. Now, initially, I started using Vinted just for costumes, for fancy dress ideas, to try and save a bit of money instead of buying something that I might only worn once. Buy it, repurpose it, sell it back on Vinted. And I did that a few times over the last couple of years. And I sold things back for what I paid for them, which was just incredible. But over the last year, my body has changed dramatically. I had plastic surgery last December, but I had a huge breast reduction. I had a tummy tuck, I had liposuction, and I had my stomach muscles repaired as well. So for someone who'd been living their life with big boobs all their life, all of a sudden shopping for a different shaped body has been a real challenge. And I'm not complaining, it's been incredible. But learning how to dress my body has been interesting. I don't know straight off the bat what's going to suit me or look good. So having Vinted in my pocket has been the best thing to try things out, give things a go. And if they don't work, then I can just get them relisted. It means that I can buy things at a fraction of a price that might be outside of my comfort zone, try it on without paying a full price, get it reduced, get it secondhand. If it works for me, great, it goes in the wardrobe. And if it doesn't, it goes back on for someone else to love. Now, don't get me wrong. There have been some wins and some losses this year. I have found some incredible bits and also some things that I've gone no to straight away. So we're going to dive in. I'm going to show you some of my Vinted highlights from 2024. And also there was way more than I realised once I started getting it. And that's excluding the stuff that I've already resold or given away or sent to the charity shop or anything like that. This is just stuff I have kept or haven't resold. This was the very first thing I bought at the beginning of 2024. And this was literally weeks after my surgery. With having big boobs, you can't wear thin straps comfortably usually because you worry about the body shape and how it fits. For me, that was my experience anyway. And also having a stomach from cesareans, I also didn't think I could wear stuff that was slightly more form-fitting. This was one of the first things that I bought literally weeks after my surgery. I was still healing and I saw this and it was something that I didn't ever feel I could be confident to wear. So I bought it and it sat in my wardrobe until summer and I have worn it all summer and it's going to become something I'm going to keep because it is just so lovely. So it is from Next, it's a size 16, it's a navy blue top, thin straps. It drives me mad when you buy expensive dresses and the zip's cheaper than that on my £6 Dunelm pillow. That happens a lot, by the way, and it really irks me. Dressmakers, do better, please, thank you. Over the knee length, one-piece dress with a floral pattern at the bottom. It's slightly form-fitting, it's long, it just hugs in the right place. It's got kind of like a pencil skirt feel to it. Straps just sit nicely on my shoulders. I feel comfortable in it. It's not too tight. And it has just been absolutely perfect for summer. I paid like 10 quid for this and it's going to be something that I think I will keep in my wardrobe. I cannot see when I would get rid of it because it is just such a lovely summer dress. First one out the bag this year, absolute win, 10 out of 10, loved it. This was another win. This was about 8 quid and this for me demonstrates why it's so important to market your stuff properly on Vinted. If you are someone who sells on Vinted, please market it properly. This is a really, really simple ASOS curve cream wrap dress. And off the hanger, it looks fairly unremarkable. But it was put on a mannequin and it just sat so beautifully. It showed off how great it was. And I was like, yeah, that could be a cute summer dress. If you are someone who sells on Vinted, invest in a mannequin. That is my absolute best tip. I have done that. My sales have gone up so much just selling all my used clothes. We all have different body shapes. And sometimes it's hard to visualize how something looks on you if it's just on a coat hanger. So what I'll tend to do is I'll put it on the mannequin and I will put clips behind it to kind of pin it and give it a bit of shape. And this was one of those that the first time I saw somebody use a mannequin to style on Vinted and it just brought this dress to life for me. The texture's like a slightly ridged. Trying to get this done and the kitten is in and out of this room. She never wants to ever spend time with me, but now the camera's on, like children, now this is her favourite place to be. Love that. It's quite short, so it's definitely something I would wear with trainers. I wore it to Butlins in the summer, I think. It's a curve ASOS size 16. It's really, really simple, but just looks really, really flattering. It sits where it's supposed to be. It's not too short. It's really simple. I think I paid about £8 for that. Absolutely another banger. Top 10. Sometimes forget with Vinted, it's not just clothes. So I went to Disneyland a few months ago. If you've watched the vlogs, thanks. I hope you're enjoying them and the chaos and the bad filming. And I do have a better camera now, so thank God for that. That camera drove me up the wall. So if you have stuck with them, thank you and I apologise. I wanted to get a Disney bag. Now, I love the idea of the lounge flies, but they're really expensive and I didn't want to spend 50 quid a bag I might wear once or twice. I don't have the room in my house for lots and lots of stuff. I live in a small home, so I've got to be really mindful of the things that I own. How cute is this backpack? It is just a really simple, I think it's from Primark. It's a really simple black backpack with Mickey ears and some Mickey key rings. It's from Primark. I think I paid 5 quid for it. It's cute. It was great size. I can get all my bits in, get my camera, my painkillers, all my chargers, my phone, my purse, my bottle of water, even my book. I got a fair amount in here. It's got an inside pocket as well, adjustable straps, and it was just an absolute godsend. I wanted something that was Disney style to be while I was in the park, but again, I didn't want to pay Loungefly prices. And this is something that I would use again as well. So for my next Disney trip, I've got this. And it's not something that I would have thought. I would spend ages looking online. I didn't want to buy something beautiful that was going to sit unloved. I wanted something that was a bit cheap and cheerful that I could use, would look good, but also when I go back to Disney, when I can reuse it. So this was, yeah, it was literally a few pounds was postage. Absolutely did the job. Whoever had this, thanks. I don't know if you dress like this, but when I'm going somewhere, I tend to plan my outfit in advance. Like I kind of think what I want to wear and I then go backwards and I work my way and try to find the things that I think I know I want to wear. So in my Vegas vlog, we had a vintage Vegas night and I knew I have this beautiful pair of sparkly trousers from In The Style and I knew I wanted to wear like a nude body and keep it really nude glam, kind of nude shoes, nude trousers, nude top, like a 70s Charlie's Angels Goes to Vegas kind of energy. Nude bodysuit. So simple. This was just a size 16 from New Look. There was a tiny bit of bobbling on it, a small amount. She did describe it absolutely accurately. I knew it had a tiny amount of bobbling, but there wasn't a lot available, if I'm honest with you. I really did struggle to find a lot of options. And this was in my head the closest I could make it work. It's got really good body snaps, which means that you're not struggling to go to the loo. The neck is not too low, not too high. It is like a long sleeve top, but just with poppers. It's really nice ribbing to it, and it is just the most beautiful nude colour. This goes with jeans, this goes with camel trousers, this goes with sparkly trousers. This would go with so many outfits. And I think you could pull this through pretty much all year round as well, because it's just such a nice neutral colour. And I find if you're looking for something like this and you get it in your head, you can never find it on the internet. Nowhere will have the thing that you want when you've decided that's the thing you need to own. Extra basics that you might not have found, that you may not have come across. Just another banger. This was one of my impulsive ones. I was doing a vintage scroll. I don't even remember what I was looking for. It's a Primark large dress. It looked beautiful on the listing. And it's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't seem to fit my body shape super well. And that's the only problem. It's in really good quality. You can see it actually had the tags on. It had the tags. So it's completely unworn. It's a collared shirt dress. It's got this, what's that fabric? Like soft scuba fabric. That's how I can describe it. It's got a slightly gathered waist with a little drawstring here. It's just a cute little summer dress. For me, I find that it doesn't suit my body shape. I think I need bigger boobs, ironically, to wear this. So it's absolutely fine. I've worn it once or twice. It's probably going to end up back on Vinted again, but there's nothing wrong with it. I think it was like £6 or £7. Cute, nice, basic. If this suits your body shape, you will absolutely love this. Let's get into a few losses, shall we? Now, these make my heart really, really sad because on paper, they're an absolute bargain. These are a Next 6.5 wide, £30 shoe, still with the tags on, completely unworn. That's the kitten in the background. Why does she need to get involved? I've got no idea. And I wanted them for an event, an awards dinner that I was going to. I was both hosting and I was nominated for an award. I had this beautiful green dress from Shein and I wanted just like a really new pre-Christmas gold heel. These are stunning. They're an absolute bargain. I paid a tenner for them. They came so beautifully wrapped, but they don't fit. A Next 6.5. I'm normally a 6.5 everywhere, But for some reason, these were just a little bit too big back here. And also my arch just did not fit the curve of the shoe because I've got a really high arch, which again, normally next is good. So I don't know what the heck was going on there. Nothing wrong with them. They are absolutely gorgeous. They were just not right for me. So these will be at some point going back on Vinted. So keep an eye out there because somebody needs to own them just for Christmas. They're too beautiful to be sat in a box. Like a 6.5 wide fit high shoe you don't see very, very often. So sadness, but it means that the right owner is going to find them eventually. Let's do another pair of shoes. This was part of an outfit that I wanted for Creamfields back in August. I'm 44 years old. I'd never been to any kind of festival outside of going for the day and coming home again. I'd never stayed over. I'd never had a full festival experience. So when looking for outfits, all the young, gorgeous girls in their tiny little things, I'm like, no, thank you. I'll be cold and old. And I don't really own, I have some trainers, but none I want to mess up. So finding a style for me that was comfortable and I felt and looked good in was a bit of a challenge. So again, we went to Vinted, reliable Vinted, and it did not disappoint. The whole outfit from that day was from Vinted, so I will show you that. These were, I think, my MVP bargain of the year. I cannot get these scuffs off. Somebody walked into me at the back of Creamfields, can't get them off. These were a tenner plus postage. I'm just going to leave you with that for a minute. These were a tenner plus postage. They were brand new. They'd never been worn. They had the labels on. They've still got Creamfield stuff in. They had the tag still on. They are a big Doc Martin style, chunky green boot with a forward zip. Now, so I have a wide foot, high arches, so boots can be really, really tricky on me sometimes. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Are they going to look clodhoppery because I'm so short? I'm of the generation that I'm always used to wearing heels. And I'm coming out of that now, but like Holly Willoughby used to be like our style icon. So wearing big clunky things to go out in is not kind of my mood. So I was really nervous about this. But the whole outfit worked incredibly. They were really comfy. I wore them for about 8-9 hours. But I think I'd had enough of them. But what an absolute bargain. The tags have been all cut out, so I can't actually see where they're from. I would assume Primark or somewhere like that. I would expect to pay like 40 quid. They were really good quality, chunky, good quality zip. And I say it all the time, mark of good clothes is a good zip. They felt comfortable, they felt secure on, they were really nice on my arches. I felt slightly taller than usual, so that was delightful. Tenner! What an absolute dream. I don't know when I'm going to wear them again. I have no idea where I'm ever going to wear these again, but I'm determined to keep hold of them because I think that it would be just a bit of a waste to get rid of them. There's going to be a time when I want to wear these again and I go, oh, why did I resell them? So these I am hanging on to for now. Another win. So this was a two-parter. This was part of the boots outfit. And this was an outfit I'd seen a guy wear actually at a festival. And I think I saw him wear it at Coachella. And he was wearing like a onesie bodysuit with a glitter jacket and chunky boots. And I was like, that is some inspiration. So look what I found. This wasn't the bodysuit that I thought it was. I thought I was going for a more moose lover style short pull on ribbed stretchy active wear top. It wasn't what I received, but that was my fault. And sometimes the photographs don't do things justice. And this will say, please, if you are selling on Vinted, please take as many photographs because it is very confusing. And sometimes you lose sales or don't get the best reviews if your photos aren't tip top. But it did the job. So it is a zip up sort of thin denim stretchy onesie. Again, decent zip. Nobody undid it, so that was nice. I was expecting that. Even my friend. Shorts. I felt like a bodybuilder in it, but like in a really good way. Like I felt good about it. So this was my day outfit with the chunky boots paired with this absolute stunning. This was more expensive. This is the most expensive thing I think I've ever bought on Vinted. This was like 30 quid. And it is only the brand Hansi. I've never heard of it before. But it is a 3/4 glitter jacket. It is an absolute thing of beauty. I mean, look at it. It's rainbow coloured. Hi. How are you doing? No, this isn't for you, friend. What is? You wanting her? What's going on? What are you doing? Hi. Hello. You okay? No, you don't need to come down here, darling. I have a guest. She's worse than the kids. Like, I spend all my time going, love me. And she's like, no, thank you. And now she wants to see what's happening. Okay. Cool. You good there? Hey. Can I get on with this? Any chance I can get on with this today? Yes, no? What do we say? Okay, Trying to knock things over there, babes. She's just knocking things over now. Stop it! Oh my gosh. Good? There's a bug. Go catch it. Was I? Oh, it's the coat. Is that what you like? Nuh-uh. No, thank you. That again. Like I said, it was the most expensive thing I think I've ever bought on Vinted. It was 30. Someone had worn it at Pride, and I was like, that is exactly the energy. Glitter, over the top, fabulousness. And good Lord, it did not disappoint. The amount of people that were like, oh, your jacket. I was like, thanks. I know. I didn't make it. I can, brought nothing to the conversation. I didn't earn it or build it or make it. I kept going, the only thing I could have improved with it, if I'd told me it had pockets, it didn't have pockets, and that would have been a top 10 moment in thanks I got it from Vinted. It has pockets. It didn't have pockets, but it is lined, so it's not thin. You're not going to get, if you don't like the itchy scratchies, because neuro brains, that's absolutely fine. Even the sleeves, look, come slightly pulling it out if you need them to. You're not going to get itchy scratchy sprinkles all over your wrists, and it just glitters. So when you're dancing in the dark, it is absolutely fantastic. I don't know where I'm ever going to wear this again, but it's one of those things, again, I do not want to get rid of because it is just glorious. It's glittery, it's sparkly, it's over the top, it's beautiful, and I have nowhere to wear it, but I'm gosh dilly darn going to find somewhere because it's stunning. Again, thanks Vinted, absolute win. I feel like I also need to point out here that you can go and buy things brand new, but for me, I live in Lincolnshire, I live in the middle of nowhere, and we don't have a lot of shop choice, so it's not as though I live near a big city where I've got lots of retail options that I can go and pick these things up. Vinted for people who live outside of central parts of the UK, who don't have huge shopping centres or big choices. That is another reason to use Vinted. Yes, it's amazing to go and be sustainable and try and reuse clothes. It's great to try and give clothes a second life, but for some people as well, they just don't have the option to find something special or unique or different that they want for a special event in their high street or in the shops that are in their location. So for me, Vinted is another amazing website. Talk Vinted for fancy dress. Now, if you are someone like me who has friends who like to occasion in life, we like to go to Butlins, we like fancy dress parties, we like a theme, we like to be a little bit extra. It's just who we are as people. And part of that is planning our outfits. I've had so much fun with some of my best friends planning nights out and evenings and costumes. I have some unworn stuff, which I'll see if I can dig out. One being half a wedding dress. That's a whole other conversation. We were going to do a runaway bride party. It didn't happen. But again, I don't want to sell it just in case. Back in February, I went to Butlins with some friends and I did an air steward theme. And I didn't have a white skirt or shirt. And I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So this was just a really simple, really easy H&M ivory pull-on shirt. £7. Super cheap, super affordable. It would make incredible workwear. It's just a really nice, thick, good quality. It's got a little pleat down the front. Shoulders are nice where the end sits. As someone who doesn't like their arms. I also got it with a pencil skirt, a cheap black new look pencil skirt, which I can't find anywhere at the minute. But that was just two really simple, basic bits I bought to bring a costume together that I'm now keeping because I'm like, that seems like something I would wear again. And for the price, absolutely fantastic. Just nice, simple. So don't sleep on workwear. Don't sleep on costumes. There is a treasure trove of things. I get to the point with Vinted where I go, oh, I forgot I could get that on there. And then I go searching and within 10 minutes, I found exactly what I needed. And on the subject of fancy dress, accessories, I used to go straight to Amazon, pay over the odds for exactly the thing I needed and often not send them back or wear it once and go, that was a waste of money. Be really cross because they don't want to waste money. And one of my summer events, we went as something beginning with E for our friend's birthday. So everything came from Vinted. That was the sandals, the little just a black slip boohoo dress, which also gone missing, weird. And my accessories, which was like an Egyptian outfit. I think I paid £3 for this outfit. So you don't begrudge it if it falls apart, if you have to alter it. I had to take a belt and glue the belt to it because it just wasn't, the Velcro wasn't sticking how I needed it to. But for £3, I absolutely didn't mind doing that. If I'd have been £20, I'd have been a bit cross. But it means you can do stuff like that, enjoy fancy dress, have some fun with your creativity, buy things and mix them up and change them, alter them, personalise them, and it's not going to break the bank. And now I bring you two of possibly my saddest fails of 2024, of things I really wanted to fit and work and look good, and they did not. This was one of my outfits for Vegas. I was thinking place suits would be a really good idea because it's warm, but also I'd be in the air conditioning and I just want to be comfortable, but obviously look nice. I adore this. It's just Primark. It's Primark 16. I know Primark can be hit and miss for size, but with my breast reduction, I was like, oh, that will be fine. No. There's no give at all here. So by the time I got it on as a short, which had plenty of room. And I'm a short-bodied girl. I couldn't get it. Can you see here, look, let me demonstrate for you, because I can't even get it on to show you. So I get it on here, look, that literally comes to my ribs, and the shorts are not much further. So there's no pull. It was unable to get it over my shoulders. On paper, it fitted. Like, I put it against my body. That all made perfect sense. It all fitted nicely. The dimensions are right. The measurements were right. But there was this size here. See how short that is? It meant that by the time I got it on, my bottom half, there was no way for me to hoik it and then, look, hoik it round again. If you are a size 16, you need to be a lot smaller than a size 16, in my opinion, to have the space to get into this. I would say that would be a comfortable loose 12. And again, I know it's Primark, so that's fine. But I had really high hopes. They didn't pay a lot for it, but I did have really high hopes. I was like, had some cute little matching shoes and a matching bag. And that was one of my super cute outfits, was taking pics in Vegas. And alas, it's sat in a bag the last 2 months. So sadness. I bring you the saddest loss, and I know I said the play suit, but this is probably the worst one, because this was again another not cheap thing for Vinted that I bought for one of the nights for Vegas. I think it was initially for the Vegas like glam night, which I wore the new top to in the end. I saw this dress on Vinted and it was Fashion Nova, and I think initially it was 35 and she reduced it to 28, and I kept looking and looking and looking and looking, and I ummed and I ahed, and I asked my friends. It was very unlike anything I'd ever worn before. And so I tiptoed around, watching it, looking. And then payday, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself. It's such a beautiful dress. And I found it on Fashion Nova for 60 quid, still being sold. So I was very much like, it's absolutely worth that money. Friends, it was way too short. This is the Trust Fund Please dress. It's a thing of beauty. It is so well made. So you've got the nude mesh in the front with a V. And then so much feathers. You've got a feather split with more rhinestones and nude section paneling here, like an invisible section. Feather sleeves. It is stunning. It is so well built. It is so pretty. The zip is cheap. That drives me up the actual wall. I don't know why. Why on good dresses do zips must be this cheap? I have got pillows from Dunelm with better zips than this zip, and it irks me greatly, and I don't know why. We'll move on from that. This is the extra large, so this is meant to be the 14 to 16. Although it fitted, it just felt very, very short, and not in a good way. Some things you're like, yeah, no, I feel comfortable. I did not feel comfortable. I felt that it skimmed my backside. It just kept riding. It was one of those outfits that you know you are going to be all night. And there's no point buying a beautiful dress if you're not going to feel your most beautiful in it. So this, unfortunately, thrilled when it arrived. Like, I ripped it open in the day. I was like, ran upstairs to try it. And the disappointment, pals, was next level. I mean, look. And again, it's nothing wrong with the dress. The listing was great. The dress is in great condition. It's as described. It's absolutely immaculate. It's worth 60 quid. I paid 25 or 26, I think, in the end, for my body shape. Even as a short 5'3" girly, it wasn't working. So that made me, I must put it back on Vinted, and I really must do it for Christmas, because I think that would make someone the most perfect Christmas dress. And it deserves to be loved and in someone's wardrobe, and it deserves to be seen on Instagram. It deserves somebody beautiful to wear it and feel fabulous in it. So that needs to go and find itself a new home. But another one of my biggest sadnesses. Again, if you're like me and you go, oh, I want that very specific outfit, and then realise you've made your own life difficult and you've painted yourself into a fashion corner, friends, Vinted is again the one for you. I had it in my head for the longest time. I wanted a cape blazer, and I'll tell you where the inspiration came from. Season 3, American Horror Story, Coven, Sarah Paulson, cool slow-mo into the fog, wearing a black pencil dress and a cape blazer. It gave me all the reason to want to run away and be a witch and join a coven, but that's a whole other conversation. But when I had bigger boobs, I couldn't wear them because they just didn't sit properly on here. So this is one of the things I was like, I'll buy it and I might like it and I might not like it. And actually, it's great. It's a boohoo jacket. It's really, really simple. It's got a slight satin sheen to it, but it isn't satin. It's going to be perfect for winter. It is a blazer, but instead of sleeves, you've got these splits in the arms. So it's a short sleeve blazer jacket with the slits in the arms. Just your arms hang down. Now, I talk a lot. I don't like my upper arms, and that's a me thing, and I need to work on that, and that's fine. But I did find it gave me the coverage that I need on that kind of top bit of my arm here. It really does elevate any outfit. I think you could wear it with a really simple black dress or jeans and a jumper in the winter and it would still look absolutely incredible. It was one of those things that was like a bit of a vintage bingo. Will it, won't it? I don't know. Just gorgeous, looks nice, fits great. Cheap and cheerful. I think it was like £5. Another great little buy. So I need now to give some honourable mentions to things that I had and either resold or I can't find, which is very irksome. My denim jacket. I bought a denim jacket, insert picture here. I took that to America, lived in it, absolutely amazing. Again, from having someone who's having to change their body shape over the last year, hard jackets weren't something I could have all felt comfortable in before because they always sat around here. So this was just a joyful piece of clothing to own. I went out for dinner a few weeks ago. I don't know if I left it in the restaurant. I hope it turns up sooner rather than later. Can't find it. In the middle of autumn going, oh, I fancy a denim jacket. And you just can't find what you want. Head over to Vinted. It's little tiny cute little checked pencil skirt. This is a New Look 16. It's really, really simple and stretchy. I have black and white one from Asda in identical, but for an event I was speaking at, the theme was pink for the day. I wanted to wear like a black body, sparkly boots and a pink skirt. This was £4-5. It absolutely did the job. It'll go in my wardrobe. I will wear it again for winter. Jumper, tights, chunky boots. Oh, maybe the nude boots. Yes, that's a mood. It's just cute, simple wardrobe basics, but do not have to break the bank. Absolutely love it. There was also a sequined playsuit, long sleeve, flare sleeve, thick, gorgeous, double line disco playsuit that I love, too big on the chest. I bought a 2XL because, again, I didn't know how it was going to fit my body. It was so pretty, but just didn't really suit my body shape. So that's gone back on Vinted, but I hope that finds itself a new lovely owner. A gorgeous silver Fashion Nova rave ladies core, which is like shimmery skirt and like a swimming costume, really holographic, really dancey and perfect for Creamfield. I took it with the intention of wearing it, but the weather took a turn, so it just came back unworn. I sold that again within a day for exactly what I paid for it, so no harm lost, but special mention goes out to that beautiful little cord because I loved it. And things like Scentsy wall fans, like I love the Scentsy plugins, you get the little pods to go in them. It can be really expensive, but you can find things like that second hand. Neom's candles, again, something that can be quite expensive, really, really lovely, a nice little treat, but you can buy them second hand on Vinted. I even bought an empty Neom's reed diffuser because I wanted all my reed diffusers to match and I didn't want to keep buying Neom's because it's expensive. So I bought an empty reed diffuser from Neom's, which absolutely did the trick, meant that all my reed diffusers downstairs look exactly the same and didn't cost me the earth. And to wrap up the special mentions of my Vinted haul for the year, there was this gorgeous ruby red satin off the shoulder, like gathered, beautiful, very, very elegant dress that I bought for an event that I didn't wear it to because it just didn't sit on my shoulders well. But again, I went back on Vinted and I sold that within days. So I resold it, I think, for actually more than I paid for it because, again, I took better photographs. So that's been another one that I've loved and lost this year. It's cost me nothing more than the price of postage to try it on. So I'm not mad at that. So that has been my Vinted roundup of 2024. There have been some incredible wins. There have been some losses and some items that just broke my heart because they weren't right for me. But that is kind of the fun of shopping on Vinted though, right? It's, like I said, it's a little bit like a car boot sale. It's a bit like a jumble sale. You don't know what you're going to find. You can always find something very specific if that's what you're looking for, or if you're looking for inspiration, go and have a look. And my top tips if you are looking to sell on Vinted and get that wardrobe cleaned out for the new year, ready for a new year, new start, take good pictures. Get a mannequin, they're £19 on Amazon. Use clips, hang it up somewhere bright and light, use hair clips to bring the body shape in and take a load of photographs. Please don't just take dark photos laying on a bed. Really show your customers what that can look like on them. That is how I am drawn into my vintage purchase. I know my friends are looking, we go for something that's light, bright, and you can see the form of the outfit. Even if that's not your body shape or size, it doesn't matter. It just gives you an idea of what that looks on a form instead of on a coat hanger, because of some of these, if they weren't on a good form, I would have just scrolled on by. Think about that if you're going to be clearing out your wardrobe for 2024, ready into 2025. They are my top tips. So thank you for hanging out with me today. This has been a couple of months of a really, really fun adventure on YouTube. And I hope so far you have enjoyed everything I've been bringing to you, all my crazy adventures, all the funs I've been having. And we have got a lot more coming for 2025. I have got lots more adventures planned. I have got lots more content to bring you and share and talk about. But for now, that is all from me. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, besties.